Hey y'all, we are about to do, gosh, I don't know, is this a quick chats? It's
Sure.
a quick chats. I have been putting this off for so long. Samantha did hers last week, so I'm going to be the recorded guinea pig. I have been putting this off and I don't know why. Well, number one, I'm not a big spreadsheet person, but we are going to do what's the name of it, Libby?
The listing calculator.
The listing calculator.
Earn.
So
business booster.
We offer it. It is a business booster.
Yeah.
We've been offering it, and I just am always such a fraidy, scaredy, horrified of spreadsheet kind of person. But Libby has simplified this. We're going to find out if she actually mollied it or not. So we're going to record it, and she's going to show me how to do this.
Yeah. So, all right. So this is available. This listing calculator we're going to show you. It is available on consignmentchats.com for free. One of the things that we offer as part of our Patreon Consignment Chats coaching is we will do this with you. If you need your hands held, or if you want another set of eyeballs on it, get on our Patreon group, sign up. We provide that one-on-one experience, and we can help you with it. All right, so here we go. Are we ready?
Oh my gosh. Samantha, are you going to help me too? Or are you going to?
Of course, it's not scary.
I don't know.
It's not. I love spreadsheets, and I still didn't want to do it because you have to delve into your numbers. But Libby made me, and it was good. It was great. We got this.
Yeah, let's talk about, all right, so last week at our Patreon mastermind meeting, Samantha was saying, I've been taking too many days off, and she was so frustrated. And I was like, you need to do the listing calculator and see where you are and what you need to do. And she really didn't want to. And I made her. I pulled up the spreadsheet. I was like, no, we're going to do this. I get it. Numbers are scary, but you're going to feel so much better when it's over with. It's kind of like stepping on the scale, right? Like you want to see where you are, but you don't, right?
Right.
We're going to see where we are today. All right.
So mine will be a little different than y'all's. Because
Not really.
No?
All right. So this is the example. When you download the spreadsheet, you pull it up. This is what you're going to see. There's an example one first. We just used some sample numbers in here. Everybody's going to be different. All right, so that's your first tab. That's just the example. That's locked, so you don't overwrite it. And then there's another, you can do a stretch goal and you can do your goal. All right, so let's work on your goal first. And these are the numbers. We want to know what you have to do on the daily in order to make the amount of money you want to make. Now, do you have a number in your head that you are shooting for? Or maybe it's what you need to pay your bills. I don't know.
Annually, I have a weekly, what I would like, a minimum weekly goal. And then a stretch goal.
So let's go ahead. What would be your weekly?
So my minimum weekly goal would be $550.
550, and I'm going to times that by the number. All right, so that'd be $28,600 a year.
That ain't a lot, but hey.
It works. That's why everybody's numbers are different.
Okay, there we go. All right, and what is about your average sales price per item? Just a quick and dirty. Now,
I would say 29-ish.
How many number of items do you generally list a week?
30-ish.
All right. And of those 30, how many do you generally sell in a week?
Oh gosh.
Just generally how many you ship out every day and multiply that by 5. Quick.
I would say 10 to 15? 15?
I was going to say 15. For most people, that's going to be about half. Again, these numbers are going to change and you're going to reevaluate them. But
yeah, that's the nice thing is.
That's what I was going to say. Mine's going to be very different than what you guys do because I work mine more part-time, whereas you guys are business owners, right?
Yeah.
But the nice thing is if you get your goals and you do them, I mean, I've already seen a change in the last week and I know it's going to keep changing and I can redo it in a month or two and have totally different numbers and goals.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I redid mine. I plugged my new average sales price, my new number of items listed, number sold per week. I updated those. Now I kept my desired gross revenue the same,
Right.
but I changed all the details and you're going to see why in a second. It's good to reevaluate it. All right. How many weeks would you like to work a year?
How many would I like to work a year?
How many weeks are
5.
you going to work a year?
I don't know. Libby, realistically, when you think about it, could you help pay?
10? All right, so out of 52, let's say you work, I mean, for myself, I know I did 48 weeks work per year, which gave me 4 weeks of vacation. I think that's what I did. I have to go
And
back.
I did 49. Yeah.
Yeah, you did 49.
I'd probably be more like 45.
All right, 45. And how many days of week do you work? Do you want to count like 6 days or you want to count?
I'm
5?
gonna go with 6 days.
6 days. All right. All right. So we have all our numbers in, you know what you want to make per year. All right. So this is what it kind of looks like. And where this really, for me, hits home, the most useful information on this is what you need to do every day, 6 days a week, 45 weeks a year for you. So you'd want to be selling about $105 worth of inventory a day, 4 packages a day. You'd want to list about 7,
Okay.
and you would want to hit that like $211 mark for your inventory listed.
Okay.
And I mean, does that seem reasonable, or should we
Oh my
go
gosh,
back and make
yes.
some adjustments?
To me, that seems too reasonable. More reasonable than I
So,
thought it would be. So
all right, one of the things I did was I do days worked per week as 5, because I really want to have that Saturday to catch up. Like for me, Saturday is like a catch up day. If I don't hit my weekly listing goal, so yours would be 1271, I know that I can spend Saturday and not have to take a vacation day.
I'm going to do that too, because I really am seriously going to start trying to do Mondays and Fridays, because I always have to work. You know, my joke is I don't work weekends. It's been my joke for a long time, but my husband is obsessed with this business. So he makes me work on weekends, and I don't want to give up the opportunity to have him there helping me work, because who doesn't want that?
Yeah.
So I would rather than try to focus on maybe Monday, Friday being my less days. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So, I mean, here you go. This is what it looks like if you do 5 days a week. You're at about $254 of inventory listed 5 days a week. About 9 items a day that equates to. So
And they each should be about $28.25 in value. Okay, I got that.
yeah. So, I mean, for me, like what I say, like, well, my number to list is, you know, my average sales price per item is lower than that. Mine's about, 20-ish. So my number of items to list looks differently, but I only concentrate on my target dollar value. If it means I'm listing 40 items a day that are low priced, or 70 items, or I'm sorry, like 4 items a day that have high price, I just look at that target items, the dollar value to list. I don't look at the quantity of items. I'm just been looking at the dollar value, but you can really look at either, like to hit your goal. Either it's 9 items or it's $250 worth of items. Whatever you're doing.
What do you look at?
I've been doing the dollar value now for the last week, and it's really shifted the way that I like feel good about the day when it's done. Like, because you can list a number of items, but I would still feel like, yeah, okay, I listed 20 things, but I didn't really feel like I got a full day's worth of stuff listed. And now that I see the number part of it and the value of it, it's like, okay, even if I didn't quite reach my goal, I'm like, that's still a huge chunk, and I did really good. It's okay that that thing came up, and I'll get to it at the end of the week, and I'll still hit that number.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's really good.
So I guess what I'm thinking about, because I'm sitting here thinking items to list more than value, number one, because I know that the majority of where I'm at now value wise is $30 or more in what I have to list. So I feel like I don't necessarily need to look at dollars, but I want to look at number of listings. And the other reason is because I'm getting more live listings up every day. So I'm
Right.
thinking algorithm wise, maybe that
Yeah.
would, because I could probably, I'm thinking of this $500 jacket I have in there that I could probably list just
Right.
one or two things a day and meet that with some of the items that I have, but I don't want to just do that. I'd rather say I got 9 items. And if it ends up being $700 in value, great. But
Yeah, because you have
Why not?
two different aspects than what Libby and I have going on. I mean, we do still source our own things, but you have a much higher percentage of that than we do. So you already have been figuring
Right.
out your average sale price and making sure you have a bigger margin for stuff when you source it. Whereas we are opening a box that day and going, okay, what's in here?
right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then the other aspect of that is you still have money mountains and things that you need to get through. So focusing on the number of items will be easier to say, whew, man, look at, I did this many items today and I am making a dent in the number of things in my house. And the number
That's
of
true
things.
too.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
Samantha, that's very true. And that means you know me well. Because that's the kind of stuff that gets me going when I feel and see
Right.
those kind of things that way.
Yeah, you're surrounded by value. It's just a matter of how many of those valuable things are you going to get through. So I
Right.
think this will be awesome.
Yeah, I think for you, the items to list is a way more valuable number than the dollar value, because everything is pretty much over that $29 price point.
yeah.
So this is exciting.
Oh my word.
Molly will be hitting her goal. Yes.
Oh my word. All right,
All right.
y'all.
So the other thing I'm going to recommend after you've done this, copy it and make a stretch goal for yourself. So that's the goal you're going to hit. That's your goal. That's the goal you're going to hit. That's it. But you want to push yourself. You want to push yourself some weeks. So you're going to do a stretch goal. You're going to say, all right, well, if I'm easily hitting that number and I'm making that, you still want something you're striving towards. So we're going to do a stretch goal. So let's just do the stretch goal, and that's it.
What was my goal at before? I had a couple of different numbers in my head when I started.
Yes.
2860.
That's you need to make it goal. Your stretch goal is going to be, I need to make it, but I'm also going to throw in an extra cruise every year.
Because I think I did this some last year and I'd love to get back to the 750 a week. As a stretch goal, because I did that as a stretch goal for a while when I was paying better attention last year, and I was able to actually hit that a few times. So I know I can do it.
And again, when you're, after you do your numbers for the quarter, however you do them, go back and change the average sales price as it changes, the number of items listed per week, like change those things and get the update. It's not you'd want to keep your desired revenue the same, but change everything else. All right. And it was what, 45 weeks? I'm scared for this number. What are you going to have to do every day to hit your stretch goal? 5 days a week.
That's not bad.
All right, 12 items.
That's not bad.
12 items.
What a difference 3 extra items make. a
Right?
day.
That's just 3 items. That's not like 5 or 10. That's like just 3 items.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right.
All right, y'all. I'm
This is
excited.
interesting. I'm so excited to see. And of course, we're going to have to check back in and, see how it's going, see if our percentages were accurate and all that good stuff.
And
All
again,
right.
in our Patreon group, like, thank you, Molly, for putting your numbers up here and going
Yeah.
through all of this.
No problem.
And in our Patreon group, Libby and I are very open about our numbers and where our businesses stand, and we get right into the nitty gritty. So if you want more of this, you want us to walk you through it and do it, we got that safe space where we can go in and discuss all of it.
Yep. Safe space. I like that. That's exactly what it is, where you can
Yes.
ask us whatever, ask us any numbers. It's all private. All right.
Mhm.
Cool.
Love it.
Thank you,
All right.
Molly.
Thank y'all. We're going to cheers to this one, y'all.
We
'cause-
better. We got
Because
it. I'm
that
pumped.
right there needs a cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining Libby, Molly, and Samantha, the ladies of Consignment Chats, as we build a resourceful community of collaborative resellers. Find all the ways to connect with us on consignmentchats.com. Episodes are available on YouTube and anywhere you get your podcasts. In addition, join our free private Facebook community.